Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is Dr. DeShavo. Wherever or whenever you're listening to this, I welcome you back for spring 2021. This is a review video for Bio 216, which is Anatomy and Physiology 2. Most of you had A&P 1 in the fall, so this is a continuation. If you are new to A&P 2, please reach out to either Dr. Folletti or I, and we will help you get acquainted with the format for the class. It'll be basically the same thing as I'm reviewing with you now. I always like to make these videos to help guide you through the course. So first things first, Blackboard is our teaching platform. Once you get your email, you'll be able to use the same logins to get to Blackboard. If you don't know how to get to Blackboard, you just type in SUNY Poly Blackboard in your browser and it'll bring you to the login screen. Log in and you'll see under courses right here your list of courses that you're doing online. These are all the ones that I'm teaching. You can also, pardon me for just a second, excuse me, go under services here. And if you have any technical issues, create an online ticket, which is underneath IT Help Desk right here. Okay. You can also, if you're having Blackboard issues, call the help desk. And their phone number is just a little bit lower than where I circled. Now, getting, 99% of the time you go under courses and then go to the courses that you have online content for. Okay, your course will say Bio 216, it'll give you this section, etc. This is the one that I create all the information in. Once you click on it, you'll be able to come over to all the different areas that you could go into. Your announcements will be right here. You can go to announcements to review them. We will send out weekly announcements. Those announcements will also be sent out as an email, but you can always come back and grab them here. Start here is general information, the syllabus. You'll see this video is posted in there should you ever want to watch it again. Our background, things like that, some technical support. Well, I'll just click on it and go through it. General class information, a little bit about me. This welcome video will be there if you want to watch it again. This welcome video has a plethora of information, so you can always reference back to it. Textbook, any accessibility information, how to email us, how to, behave properly online. And this is something I'd like to talk about very quickly. Please email all of your professors as if you're creating a formal email, not a text, okay? The more professionally you present yourself, the more we'll think of you professionally. And now's the time to start behaving in a professional way. Also address all your professors as doctor. Even if they aren't a doctor, it's better to be safe than sorry, and they'll correct you. Don't refer to them as their first names. I just got an email today calling me by my first name. And, it doesn't drive me crazy by any means. There are some professors that will. Okay. If there's a power outage, what are you going to do? You got to wait until power outage is corrected. There's some ideas in here in case you do. If that happens, reach out to me once you have power again. And how to submit a help ticket is here as well. Okay. The syllabus, should you want to review that, is under here. And you also get a hard copy in your book. Content is where you will go for 99.9% of your classwork. And if you click on that, here's your weekly schedule, including exams, when the exams are. Our lecture exams will be Mondays from 8 a.m. until midnight. They'll be open the whole day. You could take them whenever you like. And there'll be more about that in the future. Your lab exams will happen during your lab periods, so see your lab professor for those details. And then the weekly content. The weekly content, it's important to know these dates because you'll have a weekly quiz, and we are going to actually have weekly discussions, which I will go over in just a minute. So the 7th, so suppose you have a discussion and a quiz due during week 1, it will be due by the 7th at midnight. So these dates are also important for that information. The best thing I can tell you to get organized is to put things in your phones. If I don't put something in my phone, I don't get it done. So if you're not really good at keeping track of things, your quizzes, for example, open Friday morning, put something in your phone saying quiz will be due Sunday at midnight, or your discussion is due or whatnot. Okay, so please be organized, because I'm telling you right now, please, once a quiz closes, we are not going to reopen them. That's a very firm, hard, fast deadline. This is how it will be when you go into your upper level division courses. Now it's a time to get organized, and here's your schedule as to when things will happen. Go right through and put it all right in your phone right now. Okay, when your exams will be, when your lab exams will be, well, once again, we need to announce those dates. Quizzes, you could put it right into your phone right now. Okay, when it's time to take your exam, every large exam, there will be 4 of them, will be taken with Respondus. You will not go right into Blackboard. You will go into the Respondus app. You will access it through Respondus so it can go through the online proctoring. 4 major exams, 4 times you'll use Respondus. We have 1 practice quiz that you will also use Respondus. So 5 times you will use Respondus. Every other quiz you will not. Okay. When it's time, you open up the Respondus app. You'll access Blackboard. You'll come into all tests. Okay. You will not see these. I can see them because I'm the instructor. But when it is time for your first exam, it will pop up. You'll click on it. If you click on it and it asks you for a password, you have not accessed it through Respondus. You will never need to know a password. Okay. I can't emphasize this enough. You'll have to close this all down, open up Respondus, enter Blackboard, and access a test through that. Okay, so I'm going to close that. When it is week 4, exam 1 will pop up. When it is week 8, exam 2 will pop up. When it is time for exam 3 during week 12, it will pop up. Okay, and once again, you'll enter through Respondus, take your exam, and you'll be good to go. These are 60 questions, multiple choice, true, false. You need to follow the Respondus rules very well, because we watch all of these, and if you are not, and we think you're cheating, you can get a 0 for the exam. So the Respondus rules, let's look at those for the exams. Okay, you will review these. And then in week 3, which is the week before your exam, there will only be 1 quiz. Okay. And that 1 quiz in week 3, we've made it 1 rather than 2, because I know that was a bit confusing. Thank you, Dr. Folletti, for that suggestion. Okay. In week 3, right before you take your exam, you'll watch this video on how to use Respondus. I go through all the steps on how to use Respondus. You will review all the rules, and then you will practice using Respondus. This is the 1 quiz that you will use, the only quiz you will only use Respondus for, or the only quiz you'll use Respondus for. And you can tell that because it says it right here. Okay, if you see this on a quiz, this is the only quiz though, or an exam, you'll use Respondus. Okay, I know I'm beating this like a drum, but people don't pay attention, so I really want you to pay attention to this. Okay, you'll go in, you'll take the quiz that we have set up. It is now worth 0 points. I'm sorry, but 14 points for the quizzes were just too much. They were skewing the grades a little bit. Okay, now it's worth 0 points, but then after you complete it, we're going to go in and give you a point, which will give you an extra credit point overall. And The questions, you can go back and read the answers. I want you to pay attention. Are right in here. You can actually open this up during the quiz and see the answers. And then at the end of it, you agree to these rules. And then you agree to use them during the exam. Okay, so for example, you know, you've got to make sure that you do a slow scan of the area. You can do it with a separate webcam. You can use the camera in your laptop. I give you examples of how to do this. So for example, if you have just the camera in your laptop, you can stand up, watch 6 feet away, show your workstation, then sit down and use a mirror to show that there is nothing on your laptop. Okay. For a desktop, you can scan the area with your separate webcam. You got to show all the sides of the computer. You've just got to be very careful to show us that there's nothing around there. You can't wear, well, let me go one by one. Okay. You must take it at a desk or a table. If you absolutely have to take it on a bed, it's got to be clear. The floor has to be clear. You have to show that. The bed has to be clear. In front of you, behind you, above you, below you has to be clear. Show all areas. You can't have anything including vapes. You can have a blank piece of paper. You need to show it on the webcam on both sides. The room must be quiet. You can't have people around you during the exam. Okay. You also have to keep your eyes on the computer screen. Dr. Floody and I will be reviewing the videos. I'm sorry. If you're consistently looking away, you will be flagged for cheating. No, I understand. You know, animals. A lot of people have their animals, or you can't control them. I get it. If you look over for a second, that's fine. If somebody is in your room and disturbing you, you need to ask them to leave and shut the door. Okay. Take the computer with you if you have to, or better yet, ask them to shut the door. Better yet, shut the door before anybody comes in. We really need to prove that there is no cheating happening during these exams. Okay. We've had students go into the bathroom, and once I gave the suggestion, several other students have done it. Make sure nobody has to go before you get in there, and take a chair and keep it quiet. I understand we're all winging it right now. I understand it. I get it. But you've got to figure out a way to do this where you can prove to us that you're not cheating. You cannot use earbuds or have your ears covered. Now, if you have a head covering for religious reasons, we completely understand. Let us know. We're both females, and as long as you are comfortable, please show us your ears, and then you can use your head covering. That is fine. But as long as you're okay with showing us your ears first, please just reach out to us. We can work that out, okay? The webcam has to show your face from the front. Please don't sit in front of a window or have a light behind you. It blinds the camera and it keeps flagging. Do not wear a hat or a cap with a bill. After your scan, you cannot leave your computer. You may not reach for objects. You know, we're afraid that you're going to reach for something that'll give you the answers to the test. Best yet, move your phone away where we can see that it's far away and you can't reach it. Okay. And then follow these directions to scan this area. We are watching every video. Please make sure you're doing a complete scan showing us that you're not cheating. Okay. And that will be review that and then use Respondus to take this quiz so you can practice with it. And then we'll give you an extra credit point as long as this is done before the end of week 3. If you do it after week 3, you will not get an extra credit point. Okay. All right. So that is Respondus, which is the online proctoring system in a nutshell. And I explain it a little better in week 3 as well. So for lecture, here is this video. I will post it for you so you can always access it. And here are lab pictures to review. We've gone through and taken pictures of all the lab models. Most of the lab models. Excuse me. So you can open this, and it's PowerPoint pictures. It's PowerPoints with pictures in it. Sorry, it's a little slow opening. There's a lot of us online in my house right now. Okay, and I used to love pictures to review. For me, when I was feeling like really burnt out, this was an easy thing for me to do. I'd sit and just cover all the answers and review, and go through and review. And you could even review this before we come into lab, so you have a basis of knowledge that you can review these structures. And we have one of those for every system. Okay. Now, moving into, I'm going to move this into student mode because we've made just a small change. When you get into the weekly content for the lecture, you'll see that the dates are posted in that week. And when we go underneath it, it's pretty much set up the same as it was last semester. There's an introduction. You can print your PowerPoints, which are the same PowerPoints that are in your lecture notes. And here's your weekly videos. These are posted in all the sections, the weekly videos, whether you're in person or not. If you are in person, it gives you a chance to review. You could even review them before you go into class and be extra prepared. And then you have review questions. These are optional, as you can see here. You'll notice the workbook is missing because we have recently printed all the workbooks, put it into your lab workbook. If you're new, this will make more sense when we meet. So from now on, you do not need to print the workbooks. They're printed for you. That is going to now be completely in lab. Your lab instructors will tell you when they are due. You'll prepare them, and you'll see they're right in the lab book. Okay. In place of that, we've added in lecture a discussion. Okay. So and I'll do the discussion in just a second here. For the weekly work, you're going to have to print get the PowerPoints in your lecture notes, watch the weekly video, and then you'll do the optional questions if you want. When it is time, the quiz will pop up during this week. It'll pop up on Friday in the morning. It'll be open until Sunday, February 7th at midnight. You'll have a 10-point weekly quiz that is timed at 15 minutes. So every week you'll do the notes, watch the videos, take the quiz. Okay, in the content. You will, from now on, have a weekly discussion. That'll be open the whole week. This will give you 10 points of work. Oh, hold on a second. I'm going to have to. Okay. I think I do that. Hopefully. Okay, sorry. I've never seen that pop up before. Okay, so every week, beginning at the very beginning of this week, so it'll open Monday, February 1st at 4 a.m. It will close February 7th at midnight. You will write 1 to 2 paragraphs about a disease that can occur with human bones and how that disease would present in a patient. You must use proper spelling and grammar. All work must be your own or you get a 0, so do not copy anyone else's. They cannot look similar. You also cannot use the same cited resource. You need to use your own, okay? So by a cited resource, that is a researched resource that you'll find, you could use online, that's perfectly fine, about human bones. How would you find that? You go online. Human bone disease research. Boom. And you will write that paragraph that includes, you can do some additional information if you want, symptoms that that patient would have with that disease. Something that may be historical with them. For example, if it's a fracture, they would have had a fall. What is it in their history that brings them to you, that is bothering them, that has caused problems for them, that are symptoms for them? What's an exam result that you would see that would help a doctor determine their diagnosis? For example, for this, it would be pain upon pressure where the fall was. Results of pathologies, an x-ray that would have been used. What are you going to do to treat it? In this case, if it's a fracture, it would be a brace or a cast. The expected outcome of that treatment plan, it'll heal within 6 to 8 weeks. So this is something that we thought would be kind of fun, to tie in the information from class with the diseases that you'll see in the future. Okay, 1 to 2 paragraphs, and please use proper grammar and proper spelling and make it a comprehensive presentation for us. Okay, so please do that. If you have questions, reach out to us and we can review that with you. So that is going to take the place of the 10 points that your workbook normally does in this class. Week 1 will be about bones. We'll do one about joints. We'll do one about muscles. We'll be doing that for 10 different organ systems. Okay, so that pretty much covers the content for lecture. We'll review lab material in lab. As we come down, week 1 or week 2 content will be very similar to week 1. Week 3 will repeat. It's the same format. I will be holding weekly reviews. Week 1, I'll have office hours Monday, February 1st from 10 a.m. to noon. I would love it if you'd pop in and just say hi. Let me know if you have any questions. Moving forward, I'll have office hours Tuesday and Wednesday mornings. I might change the time. I was having it 9 to 10. I may move that a little bit later. I'll email that to you. So it may change. I believe in the syllabus I have it 9 to 10. I'll let you know during the week. If you need to meet any other time, please let me know. I am willing to meet with you online. I'm working from home all the time, so I can shift as long as I don't have a meeting times around to meet with you. And I look forward to seeing you all at some point online. Please pop in and at least say hi. I miss seeing everybody in person. I hope you're all doing well. If you have any issues, feel free to reach out to us, and have a great day. Take care. Stay healthy. Bye.